Hey guys, so we have Dragon Ball Legends video and stuff number 18 that just released, and we're going to go over everything they talked about here, so let's just go ahead and dive right in. Not a super long episode, so it's only 11 minutes long. Let's go in and see what they say here. So they start off with just a bunch of quality of life updates that they say is going to come out starting at the end of this month, so we're almost there. I mean, it's already October 19th, so I assume this is going to be beginning next week. In terms of the quality of life stuff, maybe potentially today, because this is the daily update or the weekly update day, right? Tuesday. So let me just forward to the part where they start talking about this. So Legends feedback update is planned from the end of October into November. So I mean, I've mentioned this like on a million other videos before, but remember last year that UI Goku. LFUI Goku released in November, specifically November 26th. So I believe this feedback update is probably going to be the celebration that leads into like the big Legends Festival for this year, right? So I think what's going to happen, because last year I actually think it was the 40 million user celebration that led into the Legends Festival, but this year it sounds like it's going to be this Legends feedback update. So we'll see what they say about this. So, yeah, from October. Oh, so from October. Okay, so it actually is today. Okay, cool. So it's implemented from October 20th to mid-November. Yeah, use this hashtag when you make suggestions. Take a look at each update. So the Legends Weekend is getting a power-up, and they talk about the fact that on the Legends Weekend banner, you know, the banner that's up for the entire weekend, you can summon it once a day, is going to get a lineup update, which is good because that banner is definitely very outdated at this point. So hopefully, honestly, what they should do is they should just add every sparking up until like now. That's what they should do. They should also probably potentially just cut out all the non-Zenkai sparkings that are on that banner. But the problem with that is if they do Zenkai other sparkings that are not on there, then they won't be on there. So I don't know. Honestly, I would just leave every single sparking on that banner. Just leave it in there. Make it sort of like a grab bag or whatever. So that's what they say about the Legends Weekend stuff. Ultra Goku / Vegeta will be easier to buff. Yeah, they mentioned this in the news actually. So it looks like what they're going to be doing is they're going to be let's see what they say. In March and Jimmy put in the Ultra Goku and Vegeta acquisition events, but the way to get End Limit Break them took a lot of time and effort. The event was made for more advanced players, but we want Ultra Goku and Vegeta to be available to even more people, so we decided to adjust the event. Specifically, we're planning to add bonus stages where you can get Z Power, Rising Souls, Super Souls, and more, so that more players can more easily acquire these Ultra Goku and Vegeta easily. So basically what he's saying is it's going to require less rare medals to be able to soul boost them, and it's going to be much faster to Z Power them up to 14 stars, which is good. Because if you're a new player and you just start playing, like, think about how many rare medals you need to soul boost both the Ultra characters. And as we get more and more free Ultra characters in the game, it's going to become, like, the barrier to entry for new players to get those characters farmed up is going to keep increasing. So the fact that they're actually making this easier is a very big deal, and it's going to make the lives of a lot of newer players way easier. So I'm definitely in favor of this change. So we hope that everybody can enjoy these cool characters. Yep, and then next, I think it's Ultra Battle stuff or something. The Soul Battle stuff. Bonus Battle adjustments. Yeah, Ultra Bonus Battle adjustments. This is just the 1-star event getting, I think they said it was half energy. Only 1-star souls drop from the 1-star event, but since you will not get increased drops. Hold on, what does it say? The event is not an effective use of stamina energy for most players. Yeah, there's actually like no reason to ever do the 1-star stages for the souls, because if you do the 1-star stage, you're actually losing out, because if you do this 2-star stage, you're going to get both 2 and 1 stars pretty much at the same rate. So it doesn't really make sense to ever do the 1-star stage when you just do the 2-star one. So I think what they're doing is they're having the energy needed for the 1-star stages. Yeah, let me just see. Yeah, we have the energy needed to challenge the 1-star soul. Yeah, so yeah, they have the energy needed for that, which is, I mean, it's a good change. It's not like game changing. Exchange shops lineup change. Changes will be made to the Z Metal Exchange Shop, Recycle Center, Equipment Metal Exchange Shop, and Guild Coin Exchange Shop lineups. We'll let you know the specific changes in a later announcement. How about you update the Legends tickets shop? How about that? That's good though. That's good though. Equipment slot additions. This is just simple. They're giving out like what 30 slots. Let me just see. The base equipment slots will be increased by 30. I mean, that's good. For more free slots, right? The Tournament of Power TP adjustment. Right now, the maximum number of TP is 5, so reaching the end is impossible for players who miss a few days or who start in the middle of the event, no matter how hard they try. So the maximum amount of TP is increased to 25, which will make catching up in the Tournament of Power much easier. So honestly, that sounds like at 25. I think 25 might be enough to where you can just like not do the Tournament of Power until the last day, and then just like zoom to the end in one go. That's definitely what I'm going to be doing. I don't know about you guys, but that's what I'm going to be doing for sure. That is a great improvement. It should definitely reduce the chance of not making it to the end. So shortening some battle times. Okay, shortening some battle times, increasing the frequency of special moves. Other small improvements are also being planned. Okay, that's good. That's good. For anyone who hasn't tried the Tournament of Power, please get it go. Okay, sure. What is this? Next is... Oh yeah, this is actually a really big change as well. Let me actually pull this up because the Vegeta family tag change. Yeah, this is something that we've been asking for a long time, and this is something that we've specifically given direct feedback on for as well. So let's just quickly just let this play out and see what they say here. So until now, any Vegeta that had the episodes Saiyan Saga or Frieza Saga did not have Vegeta family. Which makes sense because technically he didn't have a family until that point, right? The Vegeta family refers to, like, you know, his family with Bulma, with Trunks, like that sort of thing. So obviously, you know, in the Frieza and Saiyan sagas, Vegeta did not have a relationship with Bulma, so there's no Vegeta family. So that's the logic behind them not having the tag, but they're going to be changing that now. So yeah, which created a weak point in the Z abilities, I agree, which is what made the tag honestly pretty subpar. So we're changing the name from Vegeta Family to Vegeta Clan. So if we take a look here, let me actually pull this up. I should have had this pulled up before, but let's pull up the Frieza Saga, and let's pull up the... Where's the Saiyan Saga? Saiyan Saga Z. So, for example, Ultra Vegeta, right, from the Frieza Saga. Any of the Vegetas in here? Nothing that really stands out. I mean, there's this guy. He'll probably eventually get a Zenkai, this EX Vegeta. But yeah, Ultra Vegeta is the one that stands out. You remember, he's not on the Vegeta family team. Honestly, that's probably one of the main reasons why he doesn't see a lot of play. And then the Saiyan Saga Vegeta, I mean, this Vegeta, like, this guy's... I think this guy's like one of the best units in the game, just straight up. He's crazy. This guy's going to help the Vegeta family team a lot. This guy is, you know, not the best, but he's not on the Vegeta family team. This guy can eventually get a Zenkai. He's not on the Vegeta family team. So the Saiyan Saga Vegetas that are not on here actually do hurt the Vegeta family team a lot for not being on the tag. But the only thing I will say about this change is that they're not going to retroactively like add the Vegeta Clan tag buff in their Z abilities for like this guy or Ultra Vegeta. So while you can use them on the team, they're not going to actually be buffing the team. So that's something to know. But I mean, on the other hand, like this guy buffs Saiyans. I'm pretty sure Ultra Vegeta buffs Saiyans. Let me just make sure I haven't used this guy in forever. Yeah, he buffs, yeah, Saiyans. So I mean, they're still going to be buffing like other Vegetas on the team. So that seems pretty good. I'm definitely in favor of this change. That is a very good change. Now, the next thing we need for them to do is just merge the Frieza Force and the Lineage of Evil tags together, and we're in business. Which I told them like 100 million times to do. So we'll see if they do that. Alright, that's pretty much it for that. But that up until now, I would say this is actually the most impactful change they've made. With that, we've introduced a ton of update content, but you still have something else, right? I think many people will be really happy with this one. Yeah, here we go. Let me just play this so you guys can see.
Free Zenkai.
Yeah, so free Zenkai Awakening. So what does that actually mean? Let's go ahead and look, because people are always like, yeah, there's, you know, they make good announcements, but there's always like a drawback to it. Well, let's just see what they say. So free Zenkai Awakenings, which means any Zenkai Awakenings from this point on can be done completely for free. So it's not like you're going to be able to go back and for free Zenkai like Green Fat Boo or Green Beerus or Red Super Gogeta or any of those characters, is just characters from this point on for free. So for example, Purple Janemba comes out tonight, the Zenkai Purple Janemba. He will be the first, I assume he will be the first character that you'll be able to Zenkai Awaken completely for free. Can get there, let me just make sure I'm looking at all this stuff here. For characters already Zenkai Awakenable, the system has not changed, right? So yeah, exactly, the same thing I just said. Can get their Awakening Z power from the summons or Ultra Space Time Rush shop. This will only apply to newly added Zenkai Awakenings from this point on. But they'll be entirely free, so please keep that in mind. I think a lot of people really happy. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I assume people are going to be happy about this change. Like, free stuff is always good, right? Please tell us a little more about how we can get Awakening Z power for now. So we're planning to make it available in the Battle Gauntlet that started in August. So the event where you go through the 100 stages and you could like auto through like 70 of them. So as long as you do that event, it sounds like you'll be able to get all the Awakening Z power you need to get these guys to Zenkai 7 fully, so for free, right? By clearing the floors, you can get Awakening Z power sequentially. What about the Chrono Crystals? And he says that they don't change. Yeah, those rewards will still be the same. Then you can get both Awakening Z power and Chrono Crystals. That just makes the Battle Gauntlet even better. Yeah, so it's adding a lot more value to the Battle Gauntlet, because I know a lot of people didn't even do the Battle Gauntlet prior to this change, but I assume once this comes out, people are going to be much more eager to do this. Here and there might change, but we hope that you look forward to all this. Yeah, I mean, that sounds good. And then they go into the Legends news thing. So the one thing I'll say about the free Zenkai stuff is that I imagine what they're going to end up doing here is they're probably, let me just pull up the Zenkai list here. It's like none of these characters on this list are going to be able to be done for free, like right now. Only characters from this point forward, so again, like starting from Purple Janemba, will be able to get done for free. But I imagine what they'll probably do is they'll probably have the banners still go up for those characters. If you don't want to sit there and do the Battle Gauntlet for, because it takes like an hour or so to do that, I think. So if you don't want to sit there and do the Battle Gauntlet to get the Awakening power, you'll probably still be able to summon on the banner for them if you want to, which nobody's going to do except for me. The reason why I'm doing it is so that I can put that video out as soon as possible. So I still will be probably, if they have the option to, I still will be summoning for them right away to get the video done, but do not copy me. Please do not summon on Zenkai banners ever again, unless you're just, even like daily summons, like just save your crystals, like just do the Battle Gauntlet. It's such a high value event now that they're giving all this Awakening power for free. I've seen people a little bit concerned about maybe, oh, they're going to nerf the Zenkais because they're all free now. I would probably say that I don't think they're going to make them any worse than like Green Kaba. Who else is recent on here? Let me just see. Like Green Kaba, Yellow. I mean, Yellow Super Vegeta is still pretty good. Like I don't know. Yellow Super Vegeta, Blue Kaioken, Goku. Like that level of Zenkai, like Goku, Vegeta, Kaba, like those recent ones. Like I feel like the Zenkais coming out now are probably not going to be any worse than them. But they're just going to go to being completely free. And remember, their Zenkai abilities are going to still be useful. So even if the character themselves are not really good in battle, like their Zenkai abilities for bench is going to be still really good. So something like that for free is going to help out a lot of people and run a bunch of different teams, I think. All right, so we got Legends news here. It's time for Legends news. New characters joining Legends, please take a look. All right, let's see. I'm going to mute myself here and we'll take a look at this together.
Take a look.
You did well for a piece of trash.
All right, so Ultra Omega Shenron. This is crazy because like we got like, you know, Namek transforming Goku, which I thought was the outlier of Ultra characters, because it's very obvious to me that they're not like releasing like mega hype, you know, free Ultra characters, because they probably want to save the majority of them to be summonable. We saw this with the Kui fight Vegeta, right? That Vegeta probably was not going to be a summonable Ultra. I mean, it was a cool moment, but I don't think that's a summonable Ultra worthy character, so that's why they made it free. I thought Namek Goku being the first one, they kind of made an exception for because that one definitely could have been summonable. But Ultra Omega Shenron, I also feel like could have been summonable too. Like, this guy is not that like that low of a point of like the show where I feel like this guy could have been free. But this is cool. Ultra Omega Shenron. So it looks like that's his ultimate. So the ultimate is the one where he does like the freezing attack into the whirlwind spin attack. And I think hold on, let me just play this first part again here. This looks like this is his blue card, right? I think that's his green, I think, actually. Yeah, because he like makes him switch. Okay, we'll see. But yeah, it looks like Omega Shenron is coming, Ultra Omega and look at this art too, like all like the swirls around him are the shadow dragons that he absorbs. Like that looks, I feel like this art might potentially end up being the best in the game if they do like the other like swirling shadow dragon effects correctly here. So Ultra Mega Shenron has abilities that greatly decrease damage received and buff him whenever he is attacked. So looks like he'll be more of a defensive unit, which is actually really good because GT does need that. If his health falls below a certain point after receiving an attack, he can buff and heal himself even more, allowing him to strike back. That sounds very similar to LF Full Power Frieza and Green Trunks from the BoJack movie. So I actually really do like that ability a lot. So, you know, maybe he takes damage, he's gonna, you know, be able to heal himself up once he reaches a certain point, but maybe give a team buff. I don't know. But I'm hoping maybe because, you know, him being a defensive unit, in order to be like a really effective defensive unit these days, you really need to have both a cover change, well, not both, but either a cover change or endurance or revival. He's not gonna have revival. They definitely want to talk about that. But I feel like it's possible this guy potentially could have endurance, which would really help a lot. So Ultra Omega Shenron's coming to Legends. I believe he just yeah, he is a defensive type. Okay, he actually says this defense type character with high defense, who can gradually restore health when entering the battlefield. Okay, that's good. He has a heal with his abilities that greatly decrease damage received and buff him whenever he's attacked, and can work well as a shield for your team. Okay, so yeah, he's a purely defensive unit. Plus, with health falls below a certain point after receiving an attack. Yeah, sounds like he's just reading this. He can buff and heal himself even more, allowing him to strike back. Alright. His Ultra ability is also the first of its kind that affects allies. That's really interesting. I have no idea what this is going to be. Like, is it health? Imagine if it's health. That would be insane for GT. I imagine, by the way, because of how they've done Ultra abilities in the past, like, you needing specific tags, I have to imagine this is going to be centered around GT. Which is a bit of an unfortunate point too, though, just because like Omega Shenron is going to fit on GT, Regen, and Powerful Opponent. They're either going to really push GT or Powerful Opponent, because I don't really think they're going to push Regen right now. They have been pushing Powerful Opponent hard the past like 6 months, right? We got Full Power Frieza, we got Rose, we got Vegeta, we got Kid Buu, we got Zamasu, like all these, and Cell. Like we got, what is that, like 6 LF characters in like the course of like the past 6 months for this tag. They are super pushing Powerful Opponent. So I wouldn't be surprised if his Ultra ability surrounds Powerful Opponent, but it could also be GT. It could also be both, right? What if it's either GT or Powerful Opponent? That would be cool. But we'll see. So yeah, the first of its kind that affects other characters. You'll be able to get Ultra Mega Shenron from an event, so stay tuned. So this is another free Ultra character, which is great because, you know, Ultra Omega Shenron could have definitely been summonable, so that's good to see. Can't believe the third Ultra character is Omega Shenron, and they actually do give some other information here as well. I think nobody saw this coming, but the quality is definitely Ultra level. I definitely said that the next Ultra could be Omega. I swear to God, I did not have advanced knowledge of this. I definitely said this. The next Ultra could be Omega. Because they specifically left out Omega Shenron from the 30th anniversary when they released Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. It doesn't make any sense. Like, it doesn't add up that they would do that. So to me, they definitely had this in the pipeline for a while, and I think that was fairly obvious to a lot of people, because a lot of people were actually speculating that part 2 to the anniversary was going to be an Omega Shenron, which would have made sense, right? But yeah, I think, you know, now that we know this is going to be an Ultra Omega Shenron, it does make sense to the reason why they didn't release one back then. He's also an event obtainable character. Omega Shenron is an event obtainable character, but of course, as I said previously, we plan to have more Ultra characters available in summons in the future. So this might be the last event obtainable Ultra character for a while. If this is not them directly stating that the end of the year is going to be a summonable Ultra, then I don't know what is. Because to me, this is basically confirming we're about to get a summonable Ultra for the first time at the end of this year. So we get ready. You get ready for Ultra Ultimate Gohan coming out. A lot went into his abilities and animation, so I really hope that everybody gets to try. Yeah, I mean, I'm actually really excited. This guy should be dropping tonight, by the way, so we will see. Try him out and have fun with him in PvP and PvE. And finally, to go with Ultra Omega Shenron, there's one more announcement, and you guys are definitely going to be happy about this one. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's unique equipment will be coming soon. Yeah. Okay. He's already a very strong character, but this makes him even better. All right. I hope everybody gets to try out this equipment and use him even more. I'm pretty sure Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta will work fantastically with this Ultra Omega Shenron, which is interesting. I mean, to me, this probably means that his Ultra ability in some way works with GT, right? I assume what's going to happen is they're going to try. They're probably going to try and like steer you in the direction of not using him on regen, and they're going to try and push powerful opponent and GT for this Omega Shenron. Is what my guess would be. But that's pretty much it. All we have here. Yeah, that's all we had for the video here. We actually had a lot of info in this one, so let's just quickly take a look here at the equipment list here, because this was the original way, like the unique equipment thing was the original way they tried to buff a lot of these, like, you know, characters that needed help back in the day. Like the OG case of this, or the OG example of this, is Beerus. And then the second one is Super Saiyan 3 Goku. So when Beerus came out, he was terrible. Like, Beerus was like the biggest joke ever in this game. This character released, he was instantly dead on arrival. He was terrible. He was awful. He was the first ticket exclusive character, and he was like the worst ever released or something like that. So they ended up giving him this like ridiculous equipment. This was the first unique equipment in the game. And this is what you got. You got like every single stat buffed up to the max here. Both offense up to 30%. You got both defense up to 30%. You got health. You got special move damage. You got ultimate damage. Like, this was a ridiculously powerful equipment. Same thing with LF Super Saiyan 3 Goku. He pretty much got the same exact treatment. This is actually the same equipment. Like 30% to all these stats are the same. He's just getting extra health restoration on here. And then the slot 3, he's getting a little bit lower in terms of health and special move damage. So I would actually argue that I think Beerus' equipment is a little bit better. Because more health and more special move damage, I think, actually does help more. But, you know, the health restoration is still good. These are pretty much the same equipments, right? So, do I think Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is going to get an equipment like this? I would actually say, like, this is not what he needs. I'm thinking more so along the lines of, let's just take a look at him for a second. So, well, it's funny that the fact that, because remember, Vegeta Blue from the 2nd year anniversary still doesn't have his unique equipment yet. So the fact that they're releasing Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's equipment before his tells me that they probably know that he's not as good as he should have been. And they can, I mean, they have the data to back that up, right? How many people in the top 1,000 PvP are using Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta? Probably not a lot. How many times when you use Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta on your team, like, what's your win percentage? They have the info and the data to back up their choice behind buffing certain characters like this. And I'm telling you right now, the reason why this guy's getting buffed is probably because they're looking at that data of, you know, how many people are using this character, what's their win percentage, how many people in the top PvP are actually winning with this unit. They're using that information to make this decision and base off of how powerful they make this unique equipment. So the fact that he's getting his unique equipment so fast tells me that he's definitely not at the level that they hoped he would be at. That's all I'm going to say. So in terms of what he could benefit from this unique equipment, I'm really hoping that they do something with this, because they just gave us Revival Cell. Revival Cell's anti-revival mechanic is super powerful. It is so powerful to the point that it's almost oppressive. And I think that if they gave Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta something similar, on the similar level as this Cell's anti-revival mechanic, right? -4 Dragon Balls to the enemy, reduces a key by 100, and then minus 150% of key recovery. Like, this is an instant, like, massive crippling effect that Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta released. He was like the first character to have like a quote-unquote anti-revival mechanic. He heals for 20% and he gets 2 Dragon Balls. That's like it's like pathetic when you compare this to Cells, right? So I think they're a lot more comfortable releasing anti-revival mechanics that are super powerful. But I wouldn't be like surprised if on this unique equipment they just gave him like increases Dragon Balls by 5, or heals to full health or something like that, or heals entire team to full. What if he healed his entire team to full health if he popped the revival on the enemy team? The enemy would not want to bring any revival units ever again against Gogeta, but that's what he should have been. This guy, like, he might not be like the best damage dealer in the game. He might not be the tankiest character in the game, but against this specific mechanic, against the revival mechanic, he is the character that you absolutely, under no circumstances do you ever bring a revival character versus. And that, I think, actually should have been what he was, feared for, being the complete anti-revival character, because this is a mechanic that's going to continue releasing in the game, right? We're going to forever probably continue getting revival characters. So in order to make this guy age well, they have to make this like the best anti-revival mechanic in the game. If they want to attach that to the equipment, that's their decision, but I think at this point that's what they should do. So I'm interested in seeing how they handle this unique equipment. Let me know down below what you guys thought about this overall video and stuff. Free Zenkais, Ultra Omega Shenron, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's unique equipment, and I will see you guys all in the next one.